today I thought I would show you how to make zucchini fritters. They're inspired by the Greek zucchini fritters that are called Kolokithokeftedes, which is quite a mouthful even for Greeks. But I love making these because they remind me of our time in Greece whenever we order them. They're super refreshing, it just reminds me of summer. And it being summer right now, there's zucchinis everywhere. If you have a garden, you might have a whole bunch of zucchinis in your garden that you're not sure what to do with. Or if you go to the grocery store, they're everywhere. So I thought I would show you guys. It's super simple, and this version actually is keto friendly and low carb. We're going to be using coconut flour instead of regular flour, and all you need is some zucchini, some fresh dill, some green onions, some feta, some mozzarella, and your coconut flour, and of course salt and pepper. So super simple. You probably have most of these ingredients in your kitchen. So I hope you follow along and if you like it. First thing you want to do is grate your zucchini in a box grater. You can also use the attachment in a food processor if you have the one that shreds. But I'm just going to go ahead and grate in my box cutter. And then you want to let your zucchini soak in a teaspoon of salt. So you're going to sprinkle it with some salt, mix it all in, and let it sit for at least half an hour to an hour. This is gonna allow the moisture to come out of the zucchinis. I think like over 90% of the zucchini is made out of water. So you wanna take out all that excess moisture and make sure you're not left with soggy fritters that are falling apart. Look at how much moisture is already coming out just by quickly salting it and pressing it down. So we're gonna let this sit for at least half an hour. And if you have an hour, even better. The more it could sit and the more moisture you can remove, the better it's gonna be. In the meantime, you're gonna chop your dill. I actually don't mind using the stems of the dill as long as it's not the really thick ones. I just chop it really finely and it adds a nice texture into the final product and a nice taste as well. You're gonna slice your green onions finely. A cool little tip is don't throw these bottom parts away. Put them in a little bit of a glass of water, and then within a few days they're gonna start sprouting and you're essentially doubling the life of these green onions, and you can reuse them again. You're gonna grate your mozzarella cheese and you're gonna crumble your feta cheese. You then wanna take a dish towel and you're gonna try and squeeze out some of that excess liquid, and then you're gonna dump that into the dish towel or a cheesecloth if you have that. And you're gonna squeeze this out as much as you can. You're gonna pretend your life depends on it, and you're gonna squeeze and try and get all that moisture out again. The more you squeeze, the better. The last thing you want is a soggy fritter that falls apart. So we're not putting a lot of flour in this, so we're gonna go ahead and squeeze, try and get as much moisture out. So this is what you're left with, a nice big ball of zucchini, as dry as you can have it. And to that, we're gonna add all our ingredients. So that being our mozzarella, our feta, our green onions, our dill, our coconut flour, and a little bit of salt and pepper, of course. And of course you need eggs because you need a binding agent. I almost forgot the eggs, so we're adding the eggs as well. You want to go ahead and start mixing all that in. Make sure everything's nice and incorporated. Just make sure you don't over stir it, because the more you stir it, the more moisture the zucchini is going to release, which we don't want. We worked really hard to get that moisture out, so you don't want to be getting any more moisture out into the fritters themselves. So this is the mixture you're left with. Next thing I'm gonna do is make these little balls and then just kind of flatten them out so it's a little bit easier to pan fry them. I'm now adding some avocado oil into a pan that I've already heated up. I like to use avocado oil because it's got a higher cooking point. Once it's nice and hot, you want to add your fritters. When I hear that sizzle. Then you want to lower the heat down to like a medium high, because you don't want the outside to burn and the inside to be still raw. So we're just going to lower the heat a little bit and give the chance of the inside to get cooked as well as the outside. Make sure you don't overcrowd your pan, because otherwise they're just going to steam and they're not going to crisp up nicely. So we're going to leave these to brown for about 3-4 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and flip them. When they're done, you want to go ahead and place them on a plate with a paper towel, and that's going to soak up all the excess oil from your fritters. There you go, guys. That's how you make these zucchini fritters. They're super simple with just a few ingredients that you can easily find in the summertime. You can make an amazing either appetizer or side dish, and it's usually a crowd pleaser. A lot of people like it. One thing I forgot to mention is sometimes I'll add a little bit of olive oil inside the mixture as well, and that adds to the creaminess as well of the fritters. In the description below, I'm going to add all the measurements for the ingredients, and that way you can follow along the recipe once you've looked at the video. In the video, I doubled the recipe, so that's why you're going to see 4 eggs instead of 2, or bigger portions of the measurements that are mentioned down in the description. But in this recipe, it's really easy to just double it and you're still getting amazing results. I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you do make it, please let me know. I'd love to hear how you guys enjoyed it. And also, I'd love to know what else you guys would like to see on my channel. If what kind of other videos or any other recipes or any other things that you'd like to see, I would love to know what you want to see. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. I'm a new channel, and any engagement I can get from you guys is amazing, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much in advance. I'll see you guys next time.